Hey guys, what's up? So this is going to be a review of the Caterpillar 336E Hybrid made by Norscot in 1/50th scale. First off, hope you guys like my better lighting situation. I got a little portable light, very very bright, a little LED one, and it's a stand-up one, and it's really nice. So hopefully this will help with the reviews and different things like that. Because my lighting was never really good where I do the reviews, so hopefully this is much better for you guys so you can see everything and along with me. Um, First off, I did just get this model. It's very, very, very nice. I like it a lot. I don't have, honestly, I have no complaints with the model um, at all. Nothing I could find, nothing I could think of. It's a really, really, really nice model. Um, Detail level for Norscot, not that they're really bad in detail, but for them compared to others is quite well. There's great in-cab detail. The track frames, they're nice. The tracks themselves, very nice. The bucket, honestly, the bucket's the only thing that I kind of stumped on a little bit. The way the teeth are. The bucket itself looks nice, but the teeth are a little strange. They're a little, I would say, almost too close together. Look a little funny. There's like I think 7 teeth, but they're just a little too close together. So it's a big, more like an ME type bucket for the 336, but looks a little different. But whatever, that's not a big deal. It comes with a quick coupler, just like the old 330 and the 336 models or whatever. There's hydraulic lines that run all up and down the machine. I can't talk today. That has all the new cat decals. The decals are very nice on it, very crisp, very cleanly put on, all that. The paint's very nice. Nothing was chipped. Nothing was at all broken. It came perfectly out of the package, and it just looks really, really nice. So, without further ado, let's get into the model and have a better look, and I'll start at the bottom. So, let's get into it now. If the camera will focus. Come on. I don't know what it's doing here. What are we doing here? There we go. Okay, so the track frames, sorry about that. The track frames are very, very nice. They're your standard Norscot or standard looking track frames. I mean, there's not a ton of detail that you really get on them. I mean, I don't know. Maybe a couple of warning labels they could have put on, but really, other than that, it's very nice. The tracks roll exceptionally smooth. There's a spring-loaded tensioner on the idler side. They roll quite nice. This is not a rougher surface, but if it was a little rougher, if you put a little pressure, really, they can roll on a bit of a rougher surface. Both sides roll very, very smoothly. The tensioner obviously helps. They don't really sag at all. Either side, they're tight and they're nice. Not too tight that they won't roll, but tight enough that they're not falling off. The look of the track frames are also fairly nice. The underside of the machine is just your basic plate, which was on the old machine too. Just says, Norscot, the model number, the scale, all that. You could take that plate off and then remove the actual, screw on the model, but it'd be bolt that bolts the tracks to the superstructure or the actual car body. So that's that. This machine obviously has the E-Series cab on it, which is new. Very, very nice. I like it a lot. The only thing I think it maybe would be missing is cab lights. I haven't really seen a lot of pictures with it. Not that I've noticed them on it. I mean, if I went to look on one, I'm sure they're there. So I might eventually do a little make some custom cab lights for it and custom boom lights. Then I'll get to that. The in-cab detail of the machine is really, really nice. Come on, there we go. As you can see, there's two joysticks, and then there's also 2 foot pedal levers. The foot pedals are also in there. They have the 2 for the tracks, and there's the one for the resting, to rest your foot on, and then the other one for auxiliary, such as maybe like a thumb or anything else that you could hook up to that, or a hammer. Sometimes they also have the floor pedal can be used for a hammer for auxiliary lines on the stick. The decals on the side are very they're flat. The black, it's kind of like more of a flat black, which I like a lot, better than the gloss. The cab is like a glossier color, but really, they'd look really, really nice. You know, the edge decals from them and all that. Power Edge or whatever I believe they're called. The only thing with the tracks I think they mess up is that they didn't paint in between, which that seems to happen on quite a few different models, like all of them, a lot of them. I think what they do is they put all the track links together, they lay them out, then they paint them because it always seems to miss kind of where the other track covers each other. But not a big deal at all. It's a very solid model, not too heavy actually at all, really fairly light. As you can see down there, it says hybrid. Focus. Come on, I don't know what it's doing here. It does say hybrid down there. I don't know why it's not focusing, whatever. The handrails and the mirrors on the model are all plastic, but they're very, very well done. Plastic, they're thin. They don't look too big for the model. They fit really nice. There's actually some little detail on them too, which I'll get to. You have your air cleaner here. Now, there is two versions of the actual 336E, which are the hybrid version and then your standard version. This is obviously the hybrid one. Look-wise, they don't look at all different. The only thing is obviously the decal on the side says hybrid. But performance-wise on the real machine, fuel efficiency, the fuel efficiency is a lot better obviously in the hybrid. And some various things, but I'm not going to get into that. If you want to see videos of that, just look up Cat 336E. And then a bunch of videos will come up on YouTube of actually Caterpillar making their videos, and I think Hawthorne Cat, their channel, does it. They have an whole overview of the machine and stuff like that, the real machine, and goes through all of that. If you want to learn more about the actual machine, right here they do have a little where actual like backup light or rear camera would be, not backup light, but rear camera. What I meant to say. The engine cover's very nice, plastic, but it looks very nice, some detail in it and all that. Your exhaust stack, the new Cat counterweight, the E-Series counterweight, which they have, which is, the look of the gigantic Cat decal on the back and all that, and some, I guess, reflectors for when the machine turns. A small little window in the back of the E-Series cab. And then over here again, you have where it says hybrid on the side of the machine. The door doesn't open, but that's where it would. The handle that's casted into the metal, casted into the actual machine body. Other detail, nice again, flat black, but really looks so nice and crisp. This here is also flat black. It's actually more of a gloss now to look at it because this is kind of a flatter black here on the step. I guess that's just the look of the machine, but I really like it. I like obviously black and cat yellow just go together incredibly, obviously because what Caterpillar colors are, but they just looks so nice on the machine. Steps are plastic. Handrails are plastic, mirrors plastic, but all the mirrors I'll have little painted in, which if you can see. Right there, it's painted on kind of like a reflective thing. It's not really reflective, but it's painted silver, so it looks it. And all that. And you get to the top, you do have kind of where it would be etched. It's like a rougher texture. And stuff like that. It's basically it. All your hydro lines, your swing motor down in there, all rubber lines and stuff like that. There is some casted lines that run up the boom, which are natural just for Norscot. That's usually how they do a lot. But it actually is. It's thin enough and they're very realistic, to say the least. Let me maybe almost turn that one up a little bit. Try to get more so you can see it and stuff in there. And then this is where the hydro lines run up. For your stick. Cylinder, hydro lines, rubber hydro lines that run up to there. And also you can see the top of the cab. Basically, I'm sure what everybody wants to know is the movement. How does that work? And I'll get to that in one sec. The stick, it looks like more of like a sewer stick they actually have on it. It's a much larger stick compared to the old 336, which I'll do at the end of the video. I'll take a quick comparison. It is much larger. The only thing I wish they did run is hydraulic lines down, but I believe because it's a sewer stick, they wouldn't run them on it, but I might end up adding eventually a custom line that runs down on each side for a hammer or something along the lines of that, or a thumb. If you could see here, the cylinder, which I'll zoom in for you guys, the cylinder there, they actually casted it in the plastic of the cylinder where they'd have a line that runs up. I wish they painted a different color to stand out more, but it might actually blacken in the machine. I don't know that much about the real machine. And then on the, getting down to the bucket, all the rivets are painted on this machine, which is very, very nice. Looks crisp. Very nice, and just the detail level is actually an increase for what NorScott usually brings, or their older models. I started drilling a hole here because that's kind of a lifting eye. I don't know why on my 336 they didn't do it, but on my 330 they did. So my 336D, the D series I'm talking about. So I'm going to eventually drill a hole through that. I just didn't get a chance. I started and then had to do something. Then you have the quick coupler. Quick coupler is plastic, and then you have your bucket, which just snaps off like so, just like the old model if you guys have it, and I'm sure most of you do. The bucket, again, what I'm going to show you is the teeth. The teeth, they look a little too close and almost, I'd say too long, but I don't know. I just feel like they're too close. I feel like, the end one should be more to the end, as on most buckets they are. But it still looks nice. It's a bigger bucket, which is nice, and it's a solid metal casted piece of die cast. And it just looks, it is nice. I just wish the teeth were a little more spread apart and looked a little more realistic, I guess. Your quick coupler is just your basic quick coupler. It is, I'm pretty positive it's different than the old one, which was a disappointment for me, only because I wish that I have so many attachments for the old quick coupler. Now I'm going to have to either, wait till someone else makes them or start making my own for it. Because it's a 30-ton, 35-ton excavator. It's just such a, versatile machine. You want so many different attachments for it, just like the 330 and all that. So eventually I might make a couple for it. I don't believe it fits. The look of it's completely different, and I think so is the kind of geometry of it. So otherwise I'll reattach the bucket. And then that's pretty much it. The bucket cylinder is nice. Has some, has some detail obviously running in the cast, or the hydraulic lines and all that. So without further ado, let me get to the movement of the model, which I'm sure most of you pretty much, that's a lot of time when I click on a review for, is just to see the movement. But I figured I'd do it at the end, so then everybody, you kind of have to watch it and look at the model, because it really is a great model. I don't know why people haven't bought it. It's not more popular that I seem to see on YouTube. Because it is a really, really nice model from NorScott. Plus the 336 and the 330D or whatever, the older ones, seem to be such a popular model. And if you guys like those, and I don't see how you wouldn't like this, because I'm in love with the old 330D and the 336D, and this is an upgrade. So it really is nice. All right, movement. So that's your boom height right there. Then you have your stick curls in very, very, very far, which is nice, and you have a little play in it, but not too much at all. So the pins are actually pins are very tight on the machine, because there's not a lot of play really too much, very, very, very little. Your stick extends all the way out and all the way in. Obviously, I just showed you, but all the way out. So the movement on this machine, before I even tell you, is great, as you can start to see. The bucket curls back that far, which is nice. If you had a different coupler, I'm sure it'd look a little different, but that's the full extended stick and all that, and the bucket curled all the way back. The bucket curls in. It's a little stiff, my cylinders, but I'm not going to loosen them just because for stop motion and stuff like that. Curls in that far, which is nice, and then for transport, it also looks very nice because it looks really nice on. I'll have some pictures on my Facebook page of it on a lowboy and stuff like that too. So there it is there, in transport mode. You could take the bucket off too to transport it. Doesn't really matter. What else? Okay, so then the depth, which is really, really nice too, which I'll raise the camera for, is all the way. So the movement on this machine, that's a hell of a depth, especially with the sewer stick. So if you ever want to do some sort of a pipeline dio with this, really, it's a perfect machine. Perfect model for it, because the movement of the whole boom stick bucket, all of that is really terrific. So there it is, and really quick, I know this is kind of running a little long. I'll grab the 336D to compare it. As you can see, the stick size is quite a bit different. The new one is much longer. and stuff. And then the look of the machine, the color, the paint, cat yellow paint's a little bit darker on the new one. I mean, I've had this model for a while, so I'm sure it faded slightly in the sun and stuff like that, but it really hasn't been too much exposed to the sun, so that's just kind of the natural older color and stuff, and then you have the newer one. Track size, actually, I'm pretty sure they're actually identical tracks. They're both 3 Grouser, and they're very, very similar in size. Actually, I'm telling you the truth, I think they're identical. NYscott just basically put the same set of tracks. Actually, I think they practically put the same underframe on it. Changed a couple the top rollers on them. That's about it. And then the counterweight, as you can see, I'll show you the backs of the machine because that's the biggest difference, and the cab. So this machine's much taller. This is a lot thinner. The older 336, and this is a lot bigger engine probably in it too. Plus it's a hybrid, so a few different extra things in there. Bigger fuel tank, I'm sure too. I really, again, I don't know that much about the real machine. And then the cabs are pretty much the other thing, so that's about it. I painted this one black. The actual 336 has cat yellow running in it. I repainted it black because I like the look of the black cab on a 336. It just kind of stands out a little more. And I also added cab lights and boom lights, so discard that. But that's basically it, guys. So there's your quick comparison. Here it is. That was your extremely long review of the Caterpillar 336E Hybrid made by NYscott in 1/50th scale. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please check back in for some new reviews. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment. All that good stuff. Share my videos, all that. So, thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I will have a model collection update coming up soon for you guys that follow me. And also, check on that, and then look back on some old ones and ask if you want reviews of any other things if you like my reviews. So let me know, and for upcoming reviews will be shorter. I just kind of rambled on with this one, but it's such a nice machine. I recommend anyone that's a fan of the 30-ton, 35-ton excavator range purchase one for $89 or so. It's really, really worth it. The price is not overdone at all. Honestly, I would say maybe by a few bucks, but really you can't ask for better. It's a really, really nice machine. Compared to WSI and NZG and stuff like that, you're obviously missing a few little details, but really this machine is gorgeous. It's a really, really nice machine. So, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Ask me any questions if you want. Anything I forgot to cover, whatever, let me know in the comments. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.